I wondered if by studying real life people and how they express themselves, not what they said, but how they express themselves, if I could learn something about the relationship of how you speak and your identity. First one I created in New York in the early 80s. As an experiment, I did not perform all the characters. I had actors, and I would literally walk up to people on the street and say, if you let me talk to you for an hour, I'll invite you to see yourself performed. I know an actor who looks like you. I didn't care what they talked about. I talked to the lifeguard at the 63rd Street Y. I wanted to talk about swimming lanes. I talked to a hairdresser, a very fancy salon at the time, Sanandra, about narcissism and mirrors. I talked to Meredith Monk, the great composer, about bar talk and the and the desert. Didn't matter what. And I played one character, a woman named Julia, who I met in JCPenney's administrative offices where I was doing temp work in a basement. And I loved how Julia talked. And so, I did this show, and nothing made me happier to that point than the night when all the real people paraded in with all their friends. And then my actors performed them, and I performed Julia. That night, we were leaving the performance. Everybody had left, and I was walking down the street with Julia and her friends, down Leonard Street in the dark. And they were like, her friends were saying to her, "Julia, you were the star, girl. Girl, you were the star." And, and it really fit into so many things I was thinking about when I wrote my thesis. I wrote a lot about our role as actors. Should we be the star or should the people be the star? And of course, back then, fresh out of thinking about things, I was like, well, it's for the people, right? We should be there for the benefit of other humans. And so that's the end of my preaching about the matter.